What is up, everybody? So I seen this a little bit ago. Unity is gonna be charging uh, game developers, I guess, more per download and everything. So I figured we could talk about this real quick since I've seen it. So it's not supposed to start until the beginning of next year. So maybe maybe things will change by then, but time will just have to tell and see like what happens. So it's Epic Games. That's a game in Epic Games, Unreal Engine, and Unity. So I'm guessing it's anybody that runs these engines in any of their games. They're gonna be having to charge more per per download and everything. So this could somehow mess with how Niantic decides to go forward with the game. But as you can see, uh, the games that could be hit is Cuphead, Hearthstone, Hollow Knight, and of course Pokemon Go. Which I'm guessing all these games have to do, with stuff that's around it, like animation type of things and all that. But it says currently Niantic has published Pokemon Go through Unity and pays royalties as a subscription-based service. However, starting from the January 1st, 2024, Unity is introducing a new pay-per-install model. So they're going to be charging companies and all that for every download. Hopefully, which I think I've seen they fixed the part of somebody being able to just download, delete, and just keep going. To keep trying to do that. I do believe they stopped it. So this is really all the stuff that I guess is going to be going on for each download. So if you have anywhere between 1 to 100,000 downloads, it's going to be 15 cents per download. Oh, that's Unity Pro and then Unity Enterprise. So these would be two different. I guess this would be some sort of subscription service of the least amount to the most amount that they would have to pay. I'm gonna guess. Oh wait, this is for both. So yes, okay. So this is gonna be the low tier, and then mid tier, and then high tier. So these are all okay. So this is for 1 to 1,000,001 downloads. You could if you're doing the Unity Plus, you're doing both of them, that's 20 cents per install. So that's 20 cents you have to pay for per install. If you do the second one, you have you have 4 different options of what you would have to pay per download. Same with the low tier. It's just they're lower than 20 cents. Which I mean, that I could charge them a good portion, which would make the end game stuff go up as well. This could be a significant impact on game developers who offer free-to-play games or release their titles on subscription services such as Xbox Game Pass, and PlayStation Plus. This part I heard that if the games are on Xbox Pass or I'm not quite sure what it meant, but it said that they don't have a pass or they don't have to worry about it, something like that. I'm not quite sure. Once more information comes out, we'll know what's really so to be seen how this will affect their decisions to release games on subscription services like Game Pass. It will also be interesting to see companies like Microsoft and Sony will agree to pay the commissions. Yeah, see, I say that Microsoft and Sony, they probably won't care as much. They're already making so much, so they're not going to really care. I bet, because they get they get good downloads all the time and shit, and like people be playing like or paying like anywhere between like $50 to like $70 for a game they really want to play, you know. So I don't really see them having too much of a problem. So now what? Oops. So like, how could this affect Pokemon Go? From what they say, like I was saying a little bit ago, like it the the game stuff could increase, tickets, all that be more expensive than what they already are. Uh, which we'll still have to see what they decide, what's all going on with all this. But I'm gonna say a lot of free to play players probably won't be doing as much with the game if this comes in, like if this all comes to where like Niantic's having to pay more, they're definitely gonna be charging their players way more money for things. You know, and for anybody out there, if you could, if you want to read this and go through this, you know, Go Hub, just you just go to Pokemon Go Hub, and then it'll see, yeah, it's right here. It's like the very first thing that they talk about. So if you guys want to go through and read it yourself, it's right here. But I believe the game might be taking a hit on free to play players though. Like it's unless they decide that they're gonna change platforms and have to use a whole different uh whatever this is. I don't remember. But yeah, see, here's this part I was talking about. Uh, that they're going to detect and prevent people from downloading and reinstalling the app repeatedly. That's I had heard that somewhere. So but what I had heard is that they had actually done it to where, or they're gonna do it to where like it's not gonna really affect uh or it's not gonna allow somebody to like delete and reinstall it a bunch of times and it count against them. Ooh. Yes, this is the part I was trying to think of. If not, yeah, like, if unless they decide to change, uh, where or like who they work with, like where they're working with Unity, but if they choose to work with somebody else, the gameplay may not be different from what they're saying, but at the same time, them having to redo everything, no, not really redo everything, but just redo majority of everything, that's gonna cost Niantic a good chunk of money, which is gonna make them charge their players way more. So if this does go into effect and all that, I'd say a lot of free-to-play players just really aren't gonna be playing the game as much, and anybody that is playing the game as much might finally realize that they need to stop spending so much money. But then if that happens, the game could just be dead by then. And I don't mean like it's gonna die. Like it's still gonna thrive. It's still gonna be there. It's just gonna be really down, and it's gonna be it probably will be making a lot less than what it is now. Like if all this goes into effect. But alright, I just want to talk about that real quick. I guess we'll just have to see what happens if they do change it. If it does become more expensive, like I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Well,